What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to do a Social Security update. I have some good news to share with you guys regarding the phone situation. So, they were talking about people having to go to the office to verify who they are. So actually go to a physical office. Well, there was a press release that was posted just a couple of days ago where they're now talking about how they have improved the phone system. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And this is good news because now they will allow you to use the phone to verify who you are. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. If you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so Social Security put out a press release. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And this was put out on April 12th, so Saturday. It says Social Security Administration implements new anti-fraud measures to enhance telephone claim processing. The Social Security Administration, SSA, recently announced the implementation of enhanced fraud protection tool for claims filed over the telephone, further modernizing the agency's service and strengthening program integrity beginning April 14th, 2025. SSA will allow individuals to complete all claim types via telephone, supported by new anti-fraud capabilities designed to protect beneficiaries and streamline the customer experience. So this is really good news because what the talk was that they were going to eliminate a lot of the phone calling. You would have to actually go into the office to verify who you are. And so it looks like now they're going to be able to do this. And just thinking about it, new technology does allow that, right? That I've called, let's say I call my phone, wireless phone provider. They know my voice now. And so the AI will confirm that I'm who I am just by my voice. And so they have the technology. The technology is out there, and this will help a lot. Now, I don't know if they're using that same technology, but this is good news for people who were concerned about this, because you had some people that were saying, look, I don't want to have to go to an office to confirm who I am. And some people, because they're limited mobility, they didn't want to have to go through all of that just to get down to the Social Security office. And also, there's talks of maybe not renewing some of the leases for some of the Social Security offices, which means that you're going to have less offices out there, which means that you might have to drive a little bit further to get to an office. Instead of driving 30 minutes, you might have to drive an hour or hour and a half. And so I think that they're addressing this the right way. And I'm glad to see that this is something that they took very seriously, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that are currently receiving Social Security benefits calling these different congresspeople and saying, look, we can't do this. You're going to have to allow us to be able to use the phone. And then understand this too. The alternative is they were going to allow you to go on the website and you can get my Social Security account and all that. Well, not everyone wants to go on a website. Not everyone knows how to get on a website and sign up and verify who you are and all that stuff. So the phone is probably, most people are familiar with the phone, right? Well, actually, the younger generation isn't familiar with phones, but us old folks, we're familiar with phones. We know how to get on the phone and call, and we would prefer to get on the phone and call and talk to someone and not talk to these different AI, even though you're still going to be talking to AI when you get on the phone, but you still will be able to talk to someone live. You just have to get through a few of the different hoops through AI. Whereas if you get online, you're probably going to be dealing with AI. And then if you need to talk to someone, then they'll say, okay, well, you need to call this number. So it says the enhanced technology enables SSA to identify suspicious activity in telephone claims by analyzing patterns and anomalies within a person's account. If irregularities are detected, the individual will be asked to complete in-person identity proofing to continue processing their claim. These advancements allow SSA to maintain the security of its services while continuing to expand access for customers who may be unable to file online or visit an office in person. The agency will continue to conduct identity verification for all in-person claims. We are modernizing the way we serve the public, enhancing both security and accessibility, said Leland Dudek, Acting Commissioner of Social Security. These updates improve our ability to detect and prevent fraud while providing more flexible options for people to access their benefits. The updated policy reflects SSA's broader commitment to customer service, program integrity, and responsible stewardship of taxpayers' resources. SSA has worked around the clock to develop and deploy these improvements, driven by the return of employees to full-time in-office operation. Surge capacity is being put in place to support higher demand starting on the 14th, and last month, SSA spent $16.5 million to modernize telephone services nationwide. This update supports the administration's broader efforts to protect Social Security and ensure higher take-home pay for seniors by ending the taxation of Social Security. For more information on the president's commitment to preserving Social Security, visit here. Now, that last part in the press release, if you didn't catch it, he was talking about higher, increased payments for people receiving Social Security benefits, talking about eliminating taxes for people receiving Social Security benefits. Kind of slipped that in there. Didn't really have anything to do with all the other stuff that he talked about at the top there. But that's interesting because that's the way that they want to go. They do want to eliminate taxes for people receiving Social Security benefits, which would mean that people who are currently paying taxes that receive Social Security benefits would be able to receive more money in their pockets. So this is more good news when it comes to the advancement of Social Security and making the changes that need to be made. Now, the ultimate change that needs to be made is they need to reform Social Security. They're still not talking about that. That's what I want to hear more about. Because if let's say you pass the Social Security Fairness Act, which eliminates weapon GPO, which provides an increase for those individuals, and then you eliminate taxes for people receiving Social Security benefits, so people who are currently paying taxes are now going to receive a little bit more money. All of that, in the long run, costs money to the trust fund. Okay, so that means that the trust fund is going to have to send out more money. And when it comes to taxes is unique because taxes, that money goes back in to the trust fund. So people who are receiving Social Security benefits, paying taxes, that money is funneled right back into the trust fund and then goes out to help pay benefits. So that's the way the system is set up. Now, if you eliminate those taxes, now we're looking at a point where you're not going to recycle that money back into the trust funds, which means the trust funds will deplete a lot sooner. And they're talking about it could be 2 to 3 years sooner when it comes to eliminating taxes. And when it comes to the Social Security Fairness Act, they're estimated it'll be about 6 months sooner. So right now, we're looking at about 8 years. That's how much time the trust fund will still be in place before it's completely depleted. And then after that, then we're looking at a cut across the board of about 23% for people receiving Social Security benefits if they don't reform Social Security. And so that's what I want to hear. I want to hear Mr. Dudek and the incoming commissioner talk about what do you think we should do when it comes to reforming Social Security, because that has to happen. And we only have a short window right now where we need to make those changes. And the longer we wait, the worse off it will be, the more drastic we're going to have to be when it comes to making those changes. So I want to know what you guys think about all this. So let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.